I've just tried out the PlayStation Now service, and I have to say I'm quite surprised with how it worked out. My only complaint is that it works like shit on wireless connections. It works wonderfully on wired connections. But then again, in their intro videos and statements and what have you, they've even outright said that. It's like, if you want to use PlayStation Now, we strongly recommend using a wired connection and not some of that googly-doogly Wi-Fi connections that all you crazy kids like to use. Well, they didn't say it in those exact words, but you get the idea. But anyways, I tried it out with Twisted Metal for the PlayStation 3, and it worked out great. I noticed there were a few issues here and there, but nothing that was really detrimental to the game. It was just a few texture pops, but something tells me that was the game more than it was the PlayStation Now service. Now, I have also had a chance to try it out with a few other games, and with what I've played, it has worked out pretty well. Definitely worth having if you already have a PS4 and you don't really want to go back and buy a PS3 and just want to try out some of the games that were on the system. And now, some of the plans are actually pretty good for the rental costs. Plus, the way I look at it, if you were to go to a rental store, you'd be paying $15 for a week of rental. With this setup, you're paying $15 for 90 days, which is way longer than what you'd have gotten from a video store way back when. Actually, video stores, I haven't seen very many of those nowadays, actually, now that come to think about it. But anyways, yeah, it's a much better deal out of it, and if you have a really solid internet connection, it's totally worth it. But if you live in one of those areas that has a poorer internet connection and others, then probably not your cup of tea. But yeah, I'd strongly recommend it if you have a solid internet connection, and it's totally worth trying out. And yeah, it even, hell, even the games, when you load them up through PlayStation Now, hell, they show up on your freaking menu, as seen in this screenshot here that has been showing this entire time I've been talking. So yeah, if you are hesitant about trying out PlayStation Now because of some things, know that so long as you're using a wired connection, you should have a decent time. Hell, wonderful even if you choose the right game. But if you choose a bad game, then I guess that's technically your fault. But anyways, till next time, this is Timothy signing off.